Good morning, happy Saturday. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life, because every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate life. Now I'm here walking along the southwest coastal trail, having run up from Ilfracombe, and as you can see there's quite a lot of cliffs around here, and today I'm going to be talking about fear. So that quote that's at the top of this thing here, starve fear of the thing that it loves the most, which is time. Take time off the menu. I can't remember what the actual quote is. I'll look it up in a minute. Sorry about the wind, by the way. I'm going to go into a little bit of sheltered air at the moment. But we're talking about fear at the moment. And having run up this pathway, as you can see here behind me, it's quite close along here to the cliffs. And as you can see here, excuse me, I'm not falling down, I'm falling into the hill. Quite cool. There is a path, here you go, where is it? Here you go, it's a path here. But you can see it's really close to what would be probably classed as being pretty dangerous little space down here. And as I'm running down here on my own, every time I go off the main path, it's a little bit sort of like, yikes, this is a bit scary. Anyway, I'm hoping that somebody will come on in a minute and go live and tell me that you're not hearing wind noises. I think you probably will be hearing wind noises from there though. So let's go around here. No, I want to go there, I want to go there. If anybody comes on live and tells me that the wind noise is too much, then let me know and I'll move. But hopefully it's not too bad, because it's fairly sheltered by all the rocks and things that are over there. But whoa. And as you can see, there's a big drop behind me, but it's not too far, so don't worry about it. Don't panic, don't panic. Let me just double check the signal. Yeah, I've got a really bad signal here, so we'll see how this goes on. If you want to see this one with a better signal, a better image, by the way, check me out on YouTube, johnvdenley.com, no, youtube.com/johnvdenley, or possibly Instagram, johnvdenley, instagram.com/johnvdenley again. Anyway, happy birthday people, how are you doing? Happy Saturday. There is somebody viewing me. Can a viewer please tell me if there's too much wind noise on the camera, whether you can hear me okay or not? That would be really, really helpful. Just say, sound okay, or give me a heart if you want, that's fine. If you can hear me okay. If the wind noise is too much, then I will move to a better location. It'd be really helpful to hear. Turns out signal is a bigger problem than wind, by the looks of it, which is a bit of a phrase. Oh, thanks for the heart, so you can hear me all right, that's good. Signal seems to be a big of a problem, so tell you what, maybe if I just move up here a bit more. Let's see how we get on up here, sort of slightly up the hill a bit more. There you go, if we can find a bit of shade. Up there, oh that, no, that's not going to work, is it? Oh dear. In the heather, in the heather, there we go. Definitely good sounding here. I'm going to have to kneel down now as well. Oh, there we go. Hello everybody, it's probably really gravelly as I was moving it around in the heather. Let's just check signal wise. I've got 0 signal, this is ridiculous. Okay, this isn't going to work very well at all. I'm going to have to do this again, I think, later on. Let's see how we get on anyway. Fear, I want to talk about fear. Maybe I just have to use the recording and post that again later on when we get home. We'll see how we get on. Happy birthday to Carolina, I'm not sure. Robert, Claire, Damian, Maria, Zoe, Simon, Sian, Jacqui and Benjamin. Some of those people I know really well, some less so well known. Nope, no signal again. So this is one of those moments when you have to realise, okay, so if I hold it like that, I've actually got quite a good signal. So that's quite interesting, with the beautiful view behind you and the perilous cliffs just down there. Anyway, happy birthday to those people. I've no idea how many of those actually came through on the Facebook Live. Like I said though, if you want to see the full version, slightly better quality, check me out on YouTube, and that'd be very cool. Let me just try to get my menu up. Okay, so I said yesterday, one of the joys of watching my lives is the sort of unedited, raw, kind of live version of me going on here. So anyway, what the quote is, let me just get the quote right. Starve fear of its favourite food by taking time off its menu. I just love the idea of that, the concept of that. It's just crazy. I'm going to try and walk down that slope now. Here's what's been happening to me. Fear of time. So I'm now looking down at this sort of grassy bit down here and thinking to myself, it's a little bit slippery. And if I'm trying to video at the same time as while I'm walking down there, it's a little bit dangerous. I'm here on my own. There are people walking past, but there have been places when I've been definitely been places where I've gone off the beaten path, and then I'm thinking to myself, if anything happens here, I slip and hurt and twist my ankle or something. Classic film. If you've ever seen that film, 132 Hours, I think it is, where the guy gets stuck rock climbing in the middle of nowhere and has no way of contacting anybody, and then he has to cut his own arm off to get himself free. That kind of stuff goes through my mind a little bit. And a little bit the same thing happened when I went through on the Camino, and I was walking across the Pyrenees. I'm going to try and negotiate this grass while I'm talking to you, so bear with me for a second, because I'm going to start walking, because this is ridiculous. There you go, being very careful, as you can see. And I'm back on the main path. Let me know, by the way, I can see I've got a few viewers, whether the wind noise is too much. I am going to try and find a slightly more sheltered area with hopefully a decent, half-decent signal, so I can carry this on. I've got half-decent signal now, which is quite cool. It's a bit windy though, and I'm wondering if I'm going to get even more windy as I come around this corner. Yeah, probably. So maybe if I hunker down behind this bit of grass here. Yeah, because look at this view here. Beautiful. The sun's just popped out behind me as well. There we go. Right, good signal. Half-decent signal, great. So, unfortunately you're not going to get the best view in the world, but I'll flip the camera around so that you can see the other side. The view I've got from here. Here we go, look at that, isn't that beautiful? There you go, there's the path up that way, and then the path going up that way. No idea where I'm heading, we'll see, we'll figure it out. Hello Michael, I am in Ilfracombe on the southwest coastal path. How do I flip the camera around again? Here we go. Well, I'm not in Ilfracombe because I'm up on the big hills above Ilfracombe. But yeah, and that is, by the way, that's the other thing, is that's Wales over there, Swansea, somewhere over there, that general direction where I went to university. I can't see where it is exactly, but somewhere over there is Wales and Swansea, just across the bay. And obviously on a better day, you actually would be able to see Swansea. So, fear, back to fear. Yeah, so as I've been walking along here, it's been a little bit scary. There's been quite big cliffs and stuff, and I'm sure once you get used to it, it's absolutely fine. I'm not really that much of a problem with heights. It's more a fear of being kind of stuck on your own, really, or getting yourself into trouble and having to ask people for help, to having to phone up for an air ambulance or something to get me out of here. That's probably more of the fear. Signal, signal, signal. Why is the signal so dodgy? There's a great big mast just up there somewhere, which obviously isn't a mobile phone mast by the sounds of it. Anyway, yes. So I wanted to talk about fear, and obviously I've had a fair bit of fear coming around up here. But what I really wanted to talk about was sort of normal fear, everyday fear that we deal with. And that's what Cardone was talking about in that clip. Is like, if you're worried about making a phone call to a client, for example, the worst thing you can do is hesitate, because as soon as you hesitate, your brain starts to have time to think about all the reasons why you shouldn't do it, why maybe it's not the right time, or you start finding those excuses as to why you don't want to make the phone call, and then you start worrying about doing it right and all that stuff. Whereas if you just picked up the phone and made the phone call, you wouldn't have time to think about all those things. You wouldn't give fear time to come into your head, basically. And I just thought that was such a cool kind of concept to think about. And it happens in a lot of areas of our lives. Obviously, there are some stages where you have to be careful, and fear is a fair thing, like walking along a cliff top walk, for example. But I've been sitting down in my flat, thinking on the house that I'm house sitting with at the moment, looking up at these hills and wondering how far it is actually to run up here, and thinking to myself, I'm going to need to spend a proper day going up there. It's going to take me several hours to get around that walk. But actually it's only been a mile and a half up here. It's been a lot of uphills, so it's been quite difficult work, and I've stopped and taken a lot of photographs while I've been up here as well. So it has taken me a bit of time. But it's nowhere near as far as I thought it was. When you're down the bottom, you're looking up at the hill and you're just thinking, good Lord, that looks like a long way around the top there. But actually when you got on it wasn't that far at all. Mile and a half I've done so far. It's probably going to end up being 3 miles in total this little journey today. But yeah, so I've spent a couple of weeks now in my head allowing that fear to build up. It's going to take a long time. I don't know how difficult it's going to be. Hopefully I don't get lost, and all those kind of things just going to jump into your mind. I've just realised I have no idea how long I've been talking for again as well. Anybody viewing? Tell me how long I've been talking for. Oh dear. When things don't quite go right, They just don't quite go right, do they? Never mind. Anyway, right. So and basically what I kind of wanted to say was just be an incrementally better version of yourself than yesterday, and everything. The way to win at life, we talked about this, sorry, I've done a non sequitur there slightly. The last couple of days we've been talking about doing small things to improve your life every day. So little tiny daily wins, or that's what we talked about yesterday anyway, tiny daily wins in your life that will help you to win at life. And the way to get those tiny daily wins is to take small actions that you might not have taken otherwise. And of course, that's where that fear jumps into that gap as well. So you start thinking to yourself, oh, well, write that report tomorrow or something, and then the fear jumps in thinking, what if I don't do it right? What if I make a mistake? What if the boss doesn't like it or whatever? I don't know, it doesn't matter. I'm going to make that phone call tomorrow to that person. Oh yeah, but then and I'll do it tomorrow. But then you start worrying about it, you start letting the fear get in. But if you just did the thing, you find your way into the comfort zone. I talk quite a lot of the time about having a hula hoop. Imagine a hula hoop and you put it down okay, I'm just going to walk, and if the wind's too bad, the wind's too bad. There you go, there's a mast, look. Why isn't that a mobile phone mast over there? That would be really useful. Maybe the signal will get better when I come around the corner here. And I don't know, maybe the wind will stop being so windy as well. I've got a wet bottom now, having sat on the wet grass. How's my signal doing? Oh, see, look, I've got a beautiful signal now. Oh, maybe it's because of that. Oh, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I should have stayed down here. Ducks behind these bushes over here. That would work. Maybe that would work. I don't know. Anyway, feel the fear and do it anyway. Put down the hula hoop. You step into it. That's your comfort zone. And look at this. There's a blooming fence over here and everything. Could have stayed over here. Could have started over here. And that would have been better. See, as my dad would say, prior planning prevents poor performance. There's another P in there, there's a swear word P in there. Right, so look at this. I could have started here. It's quiet down here. Got a really, really good signal. Or I could have started back there and then walked down here and said, I'm going to do the proper presentation in a minute. I can even put the phone, look, up here on the fence. Look at that. Quiet, and I've got hands free now. Shocker. Anyway, I think that's probably enough for today. Put the hula hoop down, put another hula hoop overlapping the original hula hoop. That's the thing you want to do. That's the difficult thing you want to achieve. But you can step into that hula hoop. Don't wait. Just step into it and go, oh, what was that like? Just give it a go, and then step back, and then step back into your comfort zone and go, okay, whew, I know what it was like. That was okay. But now I've been into it once. It's now much better and easier the second time because now I know what it's like. And it was like, oh, it wasn't quite as scary as I thought it was going to be. So then you can step into it again and then come back out again. So I heard Jordan Peterson the other day doing a really good example of this, which is an elevator. If you've got a fear of elevators, and he was saying, let me just double check my messages because I'm going to wrap up in a second. I think I've covered all that. Success is doing the thing. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. So yeah, I did this elevator fear thing. So you're terrified about elevators. Just imagine you're terrified of going inside an elevator. And the first thing you do is just try and picture what an elevator like. Feel that feeling. Just try and picture it and imagine what it's going to be like and all that kind of stuff. And you get all those fears and you go, oh, it's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. Okay, so you've just pictured it. You're not even close to an elevator. You're not even actually going to go into one. You're just picturing it. But you do that sort of every day for a week or so, for example. And this is where I talk about becoming ACE. Aware, make different choices, effort over time. So that's being aware that I'm scared of elevators. Obviously, you know that already. Making a choice to try and overcome that fear, and then putting effort in over time to actually overcome that fear. So you think about it and you imagine getting into an elevator every day. And over time, the fear will become less because you've experienced it. You know what that feels like. And then when you go into it the next time, you're going to go, okay, well, I know it's going to be scary, but I already know what it's like. And I can come out of it, that thinking process, and it's okay when I come out of it. And then you say, right, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk up to an elevator, and I'm not going to get into an elevator. I'm not going to push myself that far. I'm just going to walk towards an elevator. I'm going to stand and watch the doors open and close on an elevator. And now you get a whole bunch of new fears at this point. But you know you're not pushing yourself. You've watched the doors open and close. Nothing happened to you. You're perfectly all right. You walk away. Absolutely fine. And then you just find somebody to help you, and then you make sure the doors hold open, and you go into the elevator with the doors open, and then you step out of the elevator. You go into the elevator and you step out of the elevator. And again, you just over time build up that the comfort zone of having been in that situation. And of course, apply this to anything you've got any fears of, within reason, of course. But the whole point of this is that it's those incremental, little tiny changes and tests of yourself that allow you to push your comfort zone incrementally, smaller and smaller, become a slightly better version of yourself from today than you were yesterday. Never compare yourself to somebody else, because you have no idea what's going on in their lives. You have no idea what fears they have, what problems they've had, getting to where they've got to or anything. Only compare yourself to who you were yesterday, basically. Can you be a slightly better version today of who you were yesterday? Can you push yourself slightly harder today than you did yesterday? Can you make one more win today than you did yesterday? All that kind of stuff, and get build your confidence up, build up that self-confidence, and so forth. So great, that's all from me, I think, for now. I'm going to go and carry on my walk. I've got to go over there somewhere and find a way back down into Ilfracombe, which is over there somewhere. I have no idea. Look at the map and try and figure it out. Hopefully I've been less than 15 minutes, because I do hate editing these things for Instagram. It's very annoying and irritating, but I've probably gone over 15 minutes, because I often do. Take care, everybody. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you on Monday. I will just put that quickly down there, do a little boom. Mwah, love you all. Take care, have a lovely Sunday, and remember to push yourself just slightly. Just push yourself slightly. What are you going to push yourself on? Comment below, what are you going to push yourself on slightly today? Take care, bye for now. Oh, there's a road by the looks of it over there. That's cool. Look, there's a man in a truck. Not quite as isolated as I thought up here. Anyway, have a nice weekend, guys. Bye for now.